Okay. So each week when we're doing these classes, I'm recording the session as well and uploading onto the Cheng Man Tai Chi YouTube channel. So you don't need just only to practice on Thursday mornings, which is great that you're here. But every single week you can also every day, practice, because the more you practice, the more you strengthen your body, your mind, the more you learn, the more your whole body integrates, and the more you become how Tai Chi is. Tai Chi is an integral part of the whole of what we do. It's just not just a set of movements. So go to the YouTube channel, Cheng Man Tai Chi, and then you can watch each week. You can share them out, and you can practice more and more. So each week we've done some different qigongs. Today, because again people were asking to go over the Ba Duan Jin set again, we'll do that again today. Plus, I'm going to introduce some of you to Grandmaster Huang Shen 5 loosening exercises. Now, some of you have been coming to regular classes. I've done them already, but Master Huang was one of Cheng Man Ching's indoor students and senior students. So there's William Chen in America and Huang Shen in Asia, so Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and he was a white crane master, and we're going to do his loosening exercises. They get called Fang Song Gong, which means loosening exercise, loosening qigong, and they're designed to mobilize your body. Each movement applies into the form. So we do Ba Duan Jin, 8 strands, and we'll do the 5 loosening exercises, and we'll practice on the form. Last week we looked at the constant bear exercise that Cheng Man Ching talks about and practices. The February Tai Chi newsletter will be, well, it's February, so it'll be out probably next week. I'm going to email that out. I've written some articles about the constant bear exercise, pulled together some information for some friends to explain more about the value and purpose of it. Within your form, this movement is constant, called constant bear, and it's all the way through your form. So practicing it is a qigong movement in itself, but it strengthens your Tai Chi too, regardless of what style that you do. It integrates body movement. So please do read the newsletter. If you have any questions, you can obviously turn your microphone on and ask, or just type them in afterwards and send them afterwards. But yeah, the February newsletter will be out probably next week. And some people have been asking about the t-shirts we're wearing. And so this one, this is our kind of real Tai Chi for real people. Keep the faith. It's our homage to Tai Chi and Northern Soul. So our club t-shirts. So if you want any of these, ask your instructor or just email me. So we have these ones and the red ones that people have been wearing. I see Sam's wearing his t-shirt this morning. Lovely. And we have the different designs. But this one was because we wanted to, add some qigong, add some dance move to it, and make it more active. It really is real Tai Chi for real people. Okay. Make sure you've got yourself. I'll just check everybody. Make sure you've. Oh, I see a few. If you've got your t-shirt on, well done. I love it. Right, looking very smart there, Jennifer. Very good. Okay. And we've got the red ones there being worn by Norma and others. So you're all looking very Tai Chi organised. Hope the rest of you feel a little bit guilty because you now look as Tai Chi official, so you can buy a t-shirt. All right then. I'll just make sure everyone's okay. So you've got yourself a drink. You've got plenty of space to move around. I'm just having a quick check before I switch back to the other camera. Now, there's no backdrop today, and that's purely because when I went to set it up, I ran out of time, so he phoned me, and I didn't get a chance to hang the curtain up. So today, we're just going to have my front door. You can imagine your own background if you like. Right, let's switch camera. Oops. There we go. Yeah, so normally the green screen's nicely covering all of that wall, but today you just got the whole wall instead. All right. Okay. In terms of space, you just need to be able to one step forwards and backwards, and the arm width apart. And so if you need a chair at any point, make sure you've got somewhere to sit down if you need a rest. Make sure you've got a drink of water. And I'm just going to move this over onto the other screen. So I can see more clearly. There we go. So we have how many people so far? We have 43 people today. Okay. Start off, shoulder width, relax, just bounce. Nice and loose. Always resist suspending from above, so you're not bending. It's always straight up, straight down. And so you're sitting into your heels, into your ankles, as if suspended from above. It can be a small bounce. You only need about 15 degrees of flexion to strengthen the VMO in your knee. Helps with your core. Just needs a small bounce. And you should feel like you're on a space hopper or riding a horse, but you're just relaxing your ankles, knees, and hips, just bouncing straight down. You almost imagine that you stood on a trampoline, and as you're standing there, the ground beneath your feet is bouncing and allowing you to connect. Nice and loose, shoulders and chest relaxed, breathing down into your dantian. The arms are really swinging just by the sheer looseness and momentum of my body. So I'm not swinging my arms mechanically, letting them nice and loose, bounce. And one leg forwards and backwards, swinging forwards nice and loose. Shoulders relaxed.
Excuse me, Mark, it's Bronte here. I can't get you on the full screen. I've got everybody else there and you're a tiny little screen.
Okay. Well, in the corner of your screen, if you go up to the right-hand corner, a little box will come up and say view.
Yeah.
If you click on view, it'll say gallery or speaker.
Speaker, right.
That's me.
Okay, thanks, that's it. Lovely.
There you go.
Done.
Team training as well.
I'm a dinosaur.
Oh. Change legs. What we're doing here is by swinging forwards and backwards, we're loosening your chest and the shoulder blades. You know, here, all nice and loose. And step back and turn. It's like you're throwing your arms, nice and loose. Forwards, just nice and loose. Back, coming towards you. And side to side. Forwards. And turn. Just loosen your shoulders, shoulder blades, back and waist. All the joints in your arms. Stand on one leg. Ankle round and round. Up and down, swing. Circle, keeping your knees still, circling. You're circling if your foot mobilizes your hip joint, other way around. The leg, ankle, up and down, and swing. Circle round and round. Use the knees to get round, loosen your lower back. Check. Circle round. So here, elbows come forwards, elbows down, shoulder blades back, hands forwards, elbows forwards. So you're mobilizing all here. Hands together, push, bend your knees, swing through, sitting into your hips. And side to side. Rolling shoulders. Forwards. Knees forwards, curl up through your body, chin on your chest. Round, drop. Hands together, and push, bend your knees, swing through, sitting loosely into your hips, swinging side to side, rolling your shoulders, rolling your arms, knees forwards, curl up. Give your body a shake, body rises up. Okay. As I said last week, these 8 strands of Brocade is it's just a series of 8 exercises you can do as a set. Around 7 to 15 times are pretty typical. I'm going to do about 10 of each. And you can do them quite powerfully, very yang, very gentle, very yin. You can do them seated or standing. So I'm just going to do a reasonable middle of the range set. And if you want to do more and work harder, you can sink lower. You can sit down. You can do it more gently, just with your breathing. Okay. So the first one, feet about shoulder width, palms raised to heaven, breathing in, breathing in. As you breathe out, to tiptoes. Breathing in, relax, and out. Breathing in, and out. In, and out. Breathing in, and out, and in, This gentle qigong set for health, breathing in and out. Involve stretching in and mobilizing out. And once more, breathing in and out. In and out. Step wider, sink your hips into horse stance as you draw the bow, breathing in and out. In and out. Sink as low as is comfortable, breathing in and out. In, you draw the bow and out. In and out. And once more each side, in and out. And in and out. Bring your feet together. Relax. Separating heaven and earth. Breathing in and out as you turn. In and out. In and out. In and out. Breathing in as you stretch up and out as you reach up. And in and out. Once more. Hands on your hips. And the wise owl gazing backwards, breathing in and out. You can do this with your feet together if you want to turn further. So you bend your knees, feet apart. If you just want to turn a small amount, breathing into the front and out as you gaze over your shoulder. Into the front and out as you gaze over your shoulder. Don't twist your neck. Turn your hips and just turn your head gently in and out. And the feet together, breathing in and out, just turning and looking in and out. And into the center and out. Breathe in and as you turn into the center and out. And once more inside, breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. And from here, shaking the head, swinging the tail, so you can step wider, sitting into your hips. You can get your hands on your hips or on your thighs, depends how much work you want to do, but I'm going to keep them on my thighs and sit down. So I'm going to swing my head, swing my tail, okay? So shaking the head, swinging the tail. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. Go as low as you want to. Remember, you can stay higher, hands on your hips. And out. And out. Or hands on your thighs and lower. Once more outside. Back to the center. Step in. And rest. And here, step out again. Hands to your hips. Punching with fierce eyes. Punch. Breathing in. And out. Again, as low as you want to. Be fierce. You gaze out to the distance. Powerfully focused, fierce. Two more. Punch. And last one. In. Feet together. Relax. And stepping shoulder width. And pressing the earth and touching the sky. So hands behind. You can breathe out, slide your hands down your legs. All the way around your feet. You should breathe in, come up. Breathe out and relax. Breathe in. And out. As you touch the sky. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. In. And out. In. And out. In and out. In. As you run your hands behind your legs and down, breathe out. And breathing in, come up. And out. And in. And out. Once more, breathing in and out. And in and out. And in as you come up. And relax. Bring your feet together. As we lift the heels and shake the body, breathe in and out. Nice and loose. You're not hitting your heels to the ground, you're pushing your feet up and drop. Pushing your feet up and drop. And shake. Okay, so that's a set, all 8. Everyone's okay? You all good? Yeah, Bab, good, good, good. Excellent, right. So now we're going to do Hong Xing Shen's 5 loosening exercises. Again, it gets called Fang Song or Fang Song Gong, and it's a qigong set itself. But the focus really is on loosening your body. So sometimes get called throwing arms. Now, each of these exercises, each of the 5, is designed to mobilize your body in a certain way, which then you can put into your form practice or your push hands practice. And so the first one, which we've done a couple of these in the warm-up initially, I'm going to break them down for you. So the first one is about segmentation. So the idea is that each joint is connected like a chain, and each joint extends the next one, next one, next one, next one. Like if you had to pull a chain apart, we go link, 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 link. So I push up from my feet, then engage my calves and engage my knees, my thighs and my back. And as I push all the way up, my arms start to come up, hands, elbows, shoulders, and then I release my ankles, knees, hips, elbows, shoulders, down. Boom. So if you want, you can just think legs, body, arm, legs, body, arm, legs, body, arms, legs, body, arms. But as you get more into this exercise, breathing in and out, start to feel each joint and out. So you can see my shoulder comes up, my elbow, my wrist, my fingers, and now I drop my elbow, shoulder, hands, fingers. So it's a chain reaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, release, 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 down. Up, legs, body, arms, shoulders, legs, body, arms. Okay, and as we start to do this, we're going to change weight and rotate. Up and down. Breathing in, legs, body, arms, and out, swing. Release, swing. The sense of releasing each joint one at a time, a kind of chain reaction through your whole body. It's chain reaction, move and turn. Segmentation up, release, drop. So it comes up, release, drop. Breathing in, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, spine, arms, release, turn. Up, change, turn. Up, release, turn. Mobilizing each joint one at a time. Really being mindful of the movement. It's not just that you're swinging your arms, that you're mobilizing each joint in a kind of chain reaction. Up, extend, extend, extend all the way to your fingers, turn. Up, release, turn. So you can look at movements in your form like repulsed monkey, up, release, turn, up, release, turn, up, release, turn. Breathing in, releasing to your feet. So this movement is about segmentation, that chain reaction through each joint as you move. It's almost as if you engage your ankles and your calves and your knees and your hips, all the way through, one at a time. You can lose yourself in the exercise if you pay attention to each part engaging in a chain reaction. The focus here is connecting one joint at a time, extending and releasing. So if I took this movement and said ward off left, each joint one at a time, each joint one at a time, engage, release. Each joint one at a time, engage, release. Okay, one at a time, engage, release. The next exercise is to create torque. So here you reach out, and then from your hip, you pull your hip in, which pulls your arm and shoulder in towards you. Boom. In and out. In and out. In and out. So the movement isn't coming from my shoulder. I'm not pulling my shoulder back and my hand back. I'm folding the hip, and the hip is pulling the hip and the shoulder, pulling that all together. Brings the hand in, the elbow releases, the wrist releases, in and down. Again, you see this movement in your form. You practice ward off here, from here, in, release up, here, in, release up, here, in, release, in. In bear exercise, it's there. In cloud hands, it's there. So in. Breathing in. Weight in the left leg, turn to the left. Weight in the right leg, turn to the right. So you're in fact moving towards your arm. If I exaggerate it, you're moving towards your arm. When the movement's coming from here, so I'm folding. It's like it's closing, opening, closing, opening, closing, opening. So here. So when you do ward off left, you open, close, open, close, open, all here. That's number 2. Number 3 is compression. So this is, it always reminds me like a car jack, where it jacks up to support the weight of the vehicle, or a hydraulic hoist at a garage with the pressure in the pneumatic cylinders, hydraulic cylinders. That pressure increases and lifts and supports the weight of the vehicle. When it lowers, it just releases the pressure enough to continue to support it all the way down. But to start with your feet shoulder width, for a count of 4, just breathe. 1, releasing the hips, supporting your body. 2, 3, 4. So 4 is just as low as you can comfortably go when the muscles starting to engage. You're sitting into your ankles. And then you're going to expand, breathing in, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So people who know Perry is a magician and does circus skills and balloon animals and all kinds of wonderful stuff. And so when I've seen him blowing those lung balloons, it makes me think of this idea of pung, of energy, the whole body engaging and alive and expanding. So when I'm releasing down, I'm just releasing just enough of the energy to still feel I'm alive and relaxing but engaged. So I'm not going flop. Then push, 2, 3, 4. And the arms, 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, and 2, 3, and 4. This kind of hydraulic pneumatic pressure, natural sort of, in Tai Chi terms, it would be called pung, a ward off, this energy, a buoyancy and suspension is what we're using as we move to the form. For example, again, if I just use ward off left, pressing into that muscle, moving into that foot, and that's engaging and pushing me up and through. Releasing into that muscle, engaging, pushing up and through. Releasing, engaging, pushing up and through. So if you do this correctly, you'll feel the muscles really engaging, but not tense, just alive. We'll do the form in a moment, and we'll start to put the exercises into the form so you can practice. That's 3 so far. Compression. So we've got segmentation, then torque, and this one's compression. Okay, and the next one we've been doing at the beginning, which is this, rotate. So what we're doing here is mobilizing the back and shoulder blades. Shoulders down, back, forwards, about 6 times. Hands together, push, bend your knees, and swinging through. So this is mobilizing your spine front to back, like a snake, front to back. Like one of those ropes at the gym when it goes like that, front to back. And then side to side, rotating your spine. Just through momentum of your body. And rolling your shoulders and your hips. So this rolling your shoulder and the hips kind of snakes your spine side to side. Move forwards, curl up. So the idea is that a spine is a series of joints and there's no real circulation to it. Just in simple terms, like a sponge between each vertebrae. And so to feed the spine, it needs to mobilize. So the sponge squashes, the sponge refills, the sponge squashes, sponge refills. So when we're doing these exercises, we are mobilizing the spine this way, mobilizing the spine this way, mobilizing the spine this way. So when you do the exercises, just realize that you're basically mobilizing your spine in 3 directions. As you turn, it mobilizes your shoulders. As you think through, it mobilizes this way. As you rotate, it mobilizes this way. And as you roll your shoulders and hips, it has that effect. So it mobilizes this way. So it mobilizes your spine in the 3 planes. So it keeps all the vertebrae nice and mobile and loose. Okay. Then number 5 exercise is called vertical circle. And the idea is that you are drawing a circle vertically. So when you move through Tai Chi, you're not just moving on one plane, moving in a circle plane, circle plane. So you get that yin yang symbol, you know, yin yang symbol like on my shirt. So here, I'm going to move under, under. It's almost like I'm falling off my leg, down, catch my leg and come up, under. If you've ever been on a skateboard park and you see those kind of half pipes, it goes down and up, and down and up. So your body goes down and up, up and slightly back, up and slightly forwards, up and slightly back, up and slightly forwards. This means when you're moving from one posture to the next, if I exaggerate it, you're going under, under, press, push, wood off, roll back, press, push. That kind of under, under, that under up, and then you engage the muscle and push up, release, engage the muscle and push up, release, and up. In Tai Chi terms, this is how you uproot. So you could kind of like mechanical handling, manual handling. If I want to pick a box up, I don't bend over, I bend my legs, go underneath the box and lift. Get underneath the box and lift, and Tai Chi is the same. I want to uproot someone, move the body underneath and up. So that me connecting to them and then pushing down, it's in effect like they bounce off a ball. They're trying to push down and they just bounce off a ball. So that's great for martial, but it's also how we move around. So if you go down the stairs at home, you shouldn't be going clump, 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 clump. In fact, it's lower down, lower down, lower down. Push up, push up. And you engage in your body in that other dimension, that vertical pressure in a circle. Makes Tai Chi more three-dimensional, which you see from here when I do wood off left as a release down and spiral and open, and release body underneath and up, release the body underneath and up, wood off, spiral, release the body underneath and up, wood off, roll back, release the body underneath and up, underneath and up. Even single whip, spiral, release the body underneath, underneath, and up. So you're always pushing up through the supporting leg. You're not pushing off the back leg. You're coming into the front leg. So you've got 70 to 80% of your body weight into your front leg. You're pushing up through the supporting leg, not propping off the back leg. So when I do push, I'm not pushing off the back leg. I'm coming up off the front leg, up off the front leg, not propping off the back leg. Okay, once you get that concept in your mind, as when we go to the form now, pay attention to that concept of you going under, up, swing, return. And you're pushing up off the supporting leg and releasing down into supporting leg, stepping, pushing up off the supporting leg and releasing. So you can start to really separate yin and yang, the yin being the empty leg, yang being the live supporting leg. Okay, here we go. So feet together, shoulders relaxed, head up. Preparation, release, feel that compression into your right leg and turn, open and step, turn, release, 50-50 in beginning, pushing up through your feet, out to your tips of your fingers, releasing into your feet, pushing from your feet, releasing down into your feet, wood off left, press, under, up, step, under, up, wood off right, step, under, up, meet to the front leg and roll back, extending out to the fingers, press, under, up, push, under, up, single whip, release, Step across, shoulder width, up, and turn. So you're releasing into that front leg, up and out. Release, you lift hands, draw in and down, all the compression in that back leg. Move through, under, up. You cow and shoulder, white crown spread wings. Turn, push up through your body, right leg all the way out. Release. In, step, release, push in, all the way up through the leg to the hand, and out, step. In, in, back here. Breathing in and out, making the bear. Remember from last week, constant bear. In, out. Pressing into that leg and up, out to the hand. In, punch. So you find from the leg as you extend up and out. And close up, release, push, cross hands, extend out, 50-50. With your weight 50-50, pushing up through your body, expanding out to your arms. So you're pushing up, expanding out, but relaxed and alive. So his arms got pung, it's not limp, it's not stiff. It's got kind of buoyancy connected to your legs. It's as if something resting on your arms, you could jack your body up, that power from your leg to your arm will be there. That power from your leg will be there. It's all relaxed, and that wood off is there. Wood off is there, wood off is there. All from the buoyancy of your whole body, that kind of elastic strength. I mentioned tensegrity before, that tensional integrity. The song means relaxed and alive, pliable and powerful. No tension, just the same kind of natural tension that you find in a ball or a balloon, or if you try to put a float and push it on water, that natural tensional integrity things have. Comes through alignment and relaxation. Okay. Let's do that again, feet together. Preparation. And if you're working correctly, your legs will ache quite a lot just from this few movements. Turn, release. Step out shoulder width, turn, releasing your body weight into your left leg, which releases your hip to turn, 50-50. Beginning, pushing up through your feet into your arms and out, releasing back into your body, push, down, and release down. Pull off left, weight in the left leg, all the power, you release your body weight, pushing under and up and through, releasing your hips, step. Pushing under and up, through, all the power coming out. Release and turn. Step shoulder width, body comes underneath and up. 100% release, sit back, roll back. Press. Push. Then whip all the way around. Up. Lift. Go in and down. Under and up. White crane spreads wings. In, expand. Down. Step up. Play guitar. Brush into a step. Reflect down, parry and punch. Constant bear. Fist as you move in, leg engaged, arm engaged. Parry, release, engage. Punch, front close up. Shoulders relaxed. Push. Elbows down and out. release, relax. So if you're doing this, paying attention to the 5 loosening exercises, your muscles will engage naturally. Cheng Man Ching, because people talk about Tai Chi. I know when I first started to learn, I was looking around for a teacher. Lots of people kept saying, oh, Tai Chi is all about balance and softness. There's no hard work in it. And your legs shouldn't ache. That's not really true, is it? So Cheng Man Ching said, when somebody asked him, when do my legs stop aching? He said, when you stop improving. The truth is, the more you relax into your body, the more you connect, the natural compression through your muscles. It's not tension that's causing the muscles to work. It's relaxation and buoyancy, body connection. So you'll develop a strong, connected body, but yet very relaxed and powerful, which is great if you want to pick things up and move things around or knock people out. Your choice, but being relaxed and connected so the muscles engage. They're engaging by the weight of your body, not by tension. So I don't brace myself to do anything. I allow myself to fire through. Okay. Let's switch back and have a chat.
Mark, can I ask you?
Yeah.
Perform that part of the form facing the camera as well. One time,
because yes. Yeah,
that...
no problem. I did last week. It's no problem. Just give me a sec. I'm going to just put it back into one view. There we go. So release and relax.
I think you're gonna have to change the camera.
No, I just looked at the screen and realised I hadn't changed the camera. That would have been very good. That would have been some kind of stealthy ninja Tai Chi.
Imagination.
Right there. Here we go.
Thank you.
Release. Time. So my hands are alive. Beginning push through my legs out through my arms and release. And push. And release. What I've left. Turn it, open the hip. Move in and under, push. Release the foot. In and under, push it up. In and under, and push it up. Roll back. Push up. Single whip all the way around. Didn't judge the wall very well, but lift. In, compress, under and up. Release.
Thank you. That's perfect.
Okay, so everyone doing okay? You good? Excellent. So I'd like to hear. Good morning, Catherine. Okay. Oh God, it's good. I'm glad you joined in today. Thank you. Okay. All right. So the key part is.
Good to see you again.
The key part is that not all Tai Chi is a real Tai Chi. Real Tai Chi has a different flavor. So what I mean by that is, it's not just a pattern. It's not just a dance sequence. Once you make it a more mindful activity, and you're aware of how your body and your joints connect. You integrate more, and you realize what's being engaged and how the energy is moving through your body and what you're connecting to. So if I touch something with my finger, that finger's got to connect to the ground. Otherwise, I'm just using my finger. If I want to move something, that has to engage and connect the whole body and see as in a chain reaction all the way to the ground and back again. And the more I pay attention to this, so for my own practice, I do things like, rather than just picking a glass of water up to drink it, I'll put the glass down on the table, I'll connect to it, so I'll just do it so you can see. If that was on the table, I'll do it on here. I'll put that down, rather than just grab it and pick it up, I assume I don't know the weight of it. What I'll do is I'll engage with it. So as soon as I start to feel any traction here, that's pressing my feet into the ground. And as that connects through my whole body, I move my whole body through and up to engage to lift the glass. When I want to put it down, I'll release the whole body down to put the glass back down again. So I engage. When I practice doing that with things like opening and closing doors, picking stuff up and down, it means when I practice that sensation, because I'm building proprioception, a whole body awareness, a whole body connection. So when I practice that proprioception, that connection in my body, doesn't matter whether I'm practicing Tai Chi or making a cup of tea, my body engages, okay? Well, I hope you're finding this useful and that you do practice these little details, because it's these details that are the kind of treasures that makes Tai Chi alive. First, we have to learn the shapes and the pattern, a kind of lovely choreography, a lovely series. And then we put the details in so that body connects and moves. Then we bring Tai Chi alive in all areas of our life. So when somebody said to me, how often do you practice? I said, well, as soon as I get up, I just practice all day. So as soon as I engage my mind and my body, even if it's to lift the kettle to make a cup of tea, I engage and move through the kettle and move. When I practice my qigong, I'm practicing my Tai Chi, or I'm practicing my Tai Chi. It's just a whole thing. As long as I'm mindful and attentive, I'm engaging and practicing. And the purpose of that is that then that trains my body to automatically engage and connect. That's a key part. I remember when I was a young apprentice in Birmingham, I was walking around from the factory, and on the floor was what looked like a big piece of concrete. And I saw it and I went to pick it up because I thought a truck's going to drive around in a minute and hit that and it's going to damage the wheel. And I went over to pick it up and nearly fell over because it's just polystyrene. It looked just like concrete. And as a young lad, I thought, how many people can I trick with this? And so I carried this piece of polystyrene, like it was really heavy, back into the factory, and asked someone to give me a hand. And I got at least 6 people, with this, give me a hand, and they go, fall over. But that was, I suppose, my first experience of assuming something that's going to be heavy, and it wasn't, and it stuck with my mind. And that idea of assuming something is going to be something and it's not. So if we engage with something first, we connect something, we can then move it. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're using Tai Chi as a martial art or you're using Tai Chi as a rehab to help enable someone to sit, to stand, to get out of a chair, to move more comfortably, to re-engage with the ground, to find their balance. It doesn't matter how you're using it. It's a whole body integration that's essential. That's what makes it Tai Chi. So if you're applying that through your practice, you're doing Tai Chi. If you're not, you're making a lovely pattern. Well done. It's still pretty nice. Okay, as long as you're wearing a t-shirt. Remember, wear a t-shirt. If you're wearing a t-shirt, it looks like you're doing Tai Chi. Right. Okay. All right then.
Thank you. Bye.
Well, thank you, everybody. I'll see you all next week. Remember, I upload this to YouTube afterwards. So if you didn't catch all of it today, you can go on YouTube and watch afterwards. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Mark.
Good to see everybody today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. All right, here we go. I'll end this for everybody now. Goodbye.